guys, thanks for clicking on today's video. My name's Blair and this is going to be probably the first video that I post on my little booktube channel. I kind of wanted to do a video kind of like introducing like Blair's guide to books, since like I've never been on here or done any videos, so to kind of give an idea to you guys and also like remind myself like what my guide to reading actually is. So I guess I should give like a little bit of back. Sorry, I just put press on today and I think I'm somebody like talking with my I guess I should give a little bit of background like when I started reading so we can kind of get into it that way. So I started really getting into reading when I was in elementary school. I don't remember what grade exactly to say, but anyways, me and my twin sister got into big trouble one time and we were both grounded, rightfully so. It was a whole ordeal, it was a whole extravaganza. And I decided to take it upon myself to check out every single book that my little elementary library held. And I started reading like the entire Little House on the Prairie series, and that's where I started. I branched off into Harry Potter and Dork Diaries and all these other really cool things that I started to read. So if you were to ask 5th grade Blair what the best book of all time was, she'd say Little House on the Prairie. What about it? But present day Blair would not have the same answer. So I've been reading since like middle school. Wait, I just said middle school. I literally just began this by begun. What's the right grammar there? I started reading all the way in elementary school and my taste has changed a lot. So if you were to ask me today what the best books of all time, it would not be anywhere similar to where we started, which would have been with Little House on the Prairie, Harry Potter. I still love Harry Potter, still up there. But now it would be totally different. I want to preface this by saying I'm not a spice person. I don't like spice. Never been about it. But I will read a book that has it in there. I'll just skip over it, but I really don't like it. So if you're into that, this is probably not the video for you, because I'm personally not into the books that are just all spice, all spice, all spice. I feel like just for me, that's not really what I want to read about. To each their own. To start off, I wanted to kind of go over like what some of my like all-time the most favorite books I've ever read in my life are, and we'll start with individual books first. So the first book that really got me back into reading it's actually right here. It's called Prince in Disguise, and this is a YA. I checked it out at my local library before COVID started for sure, but my mom has always been a big reader, so she kind of influenced us in that way to also be readers, which was really cool and fun. But I remember I checked this out because there was summer reading programs that my library did. I don't know if your guys' library did those, but mine definitely did. And it was like, you read a book, you put a sticker on the page. You read a book, you put a sticker on the page. It was really cool to see how many books you could read, and once you met so many tiers, you got like rewards and stuff. And well, I did it because my mom told me to, but it was fun. Anyways, check this bad boy out. It was fire, so good. I remember it's YA, so it's not spicy or anything, but it was like my first taste of a little romance, and it was like a girl kind of around my age, and so like I want to go meet a man, and I think it was England. I haven't read this in years, but I went and bought it because I needed the trophy for my shelf. So this is my first individual like Blair's Guide to Reading. If you haven't read this before, it is a fire. It's called Prince in Disguise by Stephanie Kate Strom. I am so sorry if I said that wrong, but anyways, here's what it looks like. Super cute, cartoony cover. The next book that was completely life-changing to me, I know this is not an unpopular opinion. The other one, Prince in Disguise, I'm not sure how popular that one is. I haven't seen anyone talk about it, so I'm assuming not very popular. However, this one, I know for a fact everybody loves. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. When I tell you this book changed my life for the better, I mean it. Kristen Hanna, the woman that you are, the ability you have to put these words onto paper and make it feel so realistic. Like I mentioned earlier, read Little House on the Prairie, and I'm really into like Bridgerton and all that. So like books set a long time ago that are like historically accurate, I eat it up every time. It's like the silent book reviews where it's like fire. Read it. If you don't, I'll smack you with it because it's that good. Next couple like one-off books that aren't included in a series that kind of really got me back into reading after I discovered like BookTube for the first time And like I said, I'm not a spice person, so that was something that I found really difficult when I started reading, because that was kind of like what was going around, but I kind of found a way around that. So this is the only book I've read by Lucy Score. It's called By a Thread. I just remember like staying up all night one night and like inhaling this when I was supposed to be going to bed. I definitely should have just slept, but I read it. I couldn't tell you one thing that this book was about, except for like he was really grumpy and like had a soft spot for her, and it was like a little, my dog's growling or something. It literally says a grumpy boss romantic comedy. Like the whole rom-com aspect to it really interested me. I remember probably there's like a little bit of spice in this one, but it wasn't too much that I couldn't just skip over it, which I really liked and enjoyed. I could be wrong there though. I really appreciated it for it. It was good for what it was, but I'm more of a serious person. Still good for what it was though. I do appreciate it. The book I'm going to show you, I want to say I read like this last summer, so not quite a year ago because we're only in spring right now, but almost a year ago. It was really good. I remember it just like encapsulated me, and I don't know, it was just something about the writing style that I really appreciated. It was this one. It's called The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I hope I said that right. I know she has other books out there that I really wanted to read too, but I think one was like a Halloween one or something like that, and I never got around to reading it at Halloween when it was supposed to be read, but really good. Got me into the book really quickly, and it was just like a really good like by the pool read. Really enjoyed it. Here. So this next one is technically a series, but I haven't read it as a series. While being one of the best books I've ever read, it was super heavy and just not something that I wanted to throw myself back into again immediately. That would be Binding 13 and Keeping 13, which I don't like the US covers. Unpopular popular opinion, I don't like the US covers. Someone buy me the, what is it, UK covers? Okay, the next two books I'm going to show you are just individual books from the same author, so I'm just going to do them both at the same time. Both Beach Read and Book Lovers by Emily Henry. If I had to pick one between the two, I feel like Book Lovers was my absolute favorite, but Beach Read was also so good. These are the only two books I've read by her so far. I bought Great Big Beautiful Life when Target had their big sale. I want to say it was like in summer. Anyways, when they recently had their big like buy two get one free or whatever it was, I did buy The Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry because I know that was like a really big anticipated release for a lot of people. So I just went ahead and bought it because I've enjoyed every single book I've read by her so far, which is only these two. I started reading Happy Place and DNF'd it. Don't shoot me, please. Absolutely loved these, and they were my favorite ever. If you just need something like quick and easy to pick up, not that they're super short, but like you just get encapsulated and they are amazing. And the next one I don't actually have a picture of, but it's called Better Than the Movies, and I'll put a little picture of it right here. I read this on my Kindle, and I actually read this in one sitting. Like I sat down one day and just read it and read it and read it. I looked up at the clock, it was like 8 o'clock, and I had finished it, and it was just done in one sitting. I was like, what the heck, that's it? That being said, I bought the second book, I think it's like over here somewhere, called Nothing Like the Movies, but then I saw a bunch of reviews that was like, this made me so sad, so I'm like, do I read it? I don't want to ruin what was good. I think that's it on like individual books that really got me into reading. So now we're gonna go into like this series that really got me into reading. So first and foremost, obviously an honorable mention to Little House on the Prairie and to Harry Potter. Those series made up my whole entire elementary school career. Okay guys, so that was kind of like the individual books that really got me back into reading, and like also the ones I've just been reading as I've been more back into reading. Now it's time to go over the series. I love a good series, okay? Going into middle school, my palette really changed, and I decided to shake it up with The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. I will admit I was a fake fan at first. I was only reading it because the series was coming out. Sue me. Sorry. But that being said, it was really fun reading a book about a girl who was, again, close to my age, and I guess more realistic to like what a life could really look like. It wasn't fantasy, but it was kind of like the first tip of the iceberg into like getting more realistic, more adultish, like the fantasy and everything. I don't know why I just waved my hand, like whatever. This book series was really awesome, and I really liked it. It was something that I really enjoyed, and it was, I think, one of my more like grown series works for sure. These are the covers that I have. I know they have updated ones to like match the show, but I just have these ones. These ones I actually got when I was on a little vacation with my grandma and some friends, and we went to this really cute little bookstore, and I saw it and was like, oh, I forgot that show was coming out. Now I have to be a fake fan and read it. True words. Quote me. Before I get into these next ones that I have the copies of, I do have the copies of Throne of Glass and ACOTAR by Sarah J Maas, but the series are so big and they're at the top of my shelf. I don't want to grab them. Those ones were both honestly 5 stars for me. I haven't finished Throne of Glass. I got all the way to like Empire Storms and Tower of Dawn. The tandem read kind of really scared me a lot. It was very much overwhelming to me to jump in there. Also, my old coworker definitely ruined the entire plot twist at the end of Kingdom of Ash. Again, no spoiler alerts, but we were both talking about how we both enjoyed Sarah J Maas, and he goes, oh yeah, at the end we're... And I was like, I beg your finest pardon? I thought he was joking. Looked it up, turns out he's not. So then from the look up, I got more spoilers. Anyways, long story short, these both were 5 stars for me. I can't wait to read the new books that are coming out. It makes me really excited to see like who they're about, because I know she's kind of giving us like little breadcrumbs about all of that. So excited. Okay. So after I read ACOTAR and started Throne of Glass, I was really hungry for some like fantasy, because the only other fantasy I really read was Harry Potter. So I was like, wait, this is fire. Once Upon a Broken Heart. I went into, I think, the year 2024 reading this. Like, everyone in my family was upstairs partying for the new year, and I was reading this in my room. Like, seriously. Fire, 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 fire. The second book was so good. The cliffhanger at the end had me raging so hard I almost didn't read the third. I feel like the third kind of fell short, but the first and second book in the series were so good. And Jax, the man you are, and Evangeline, the girl that you are, like, nothing but love for this series. Except for at the end of the second book, I was so pissed. But nothing for love but love with these. And that was kind of like another delve into the fantasy. And after that, I was like, you know what? We're just going to full send this. You know what next series I got into? Fourth Wing. I was started reading this one. I took my first trip to Barnes & Noble. I was probably like a freshman or a sophomore in high school. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a book reader now. I need to go to Barnes & Noble because that's where all the cool book readers go. Well, went in there. This was plastered all over the place. And it was like the special, what is this one? The limited holiday edition. And I was like, you're coming home with me. Did I know anything about this book? No. Was it a special edition and it looked cool? And so I bought it? Yes. I stayed up all night reading this. I looked over at my alarm clock and my alarm was going to go off in 5 minutes to go to school, and then continued to read this all day at school. So if you're watching this and you're from my school and you saw me with my nose in my book all day, just know that this was really good and you should read it. Unbelievably amazing. Please read it. It's so good. I will say this one had a little bit more spice than I really like, but I just skipped over it because it was so good. Like the whole like aspect and the world building in this was like really cool to me. I had never read anything like this before, so it was just like, whoa. Now, this is probably going to be my last book or the last series, just because it's the most recent for me. I kind of took a little bit of, I don't want to say a reading break, but I haven't been really reading series recently because it kind of really overwhelmed me, but I'm kind of back on that now. But the last one I read or started to read was The Serpent and Wings of Night. I also got this at Target, if you can't tell. This one was really good. Like I said, I was still kind of an intro to the whole fantasy realm, but this was really good and I really liked it. So if you have read the entire series, let me know if I should keep going, because like just the first like 2 or 3 of this was like chef's kiss. I was really into it. I don't know, there's just something about the writing that was like felt not whimsical, because this is definitely not like a whimsical fantasy, but more like a bad A fantasy, but it was like really good and I really enjoyed it. So chef's kiss. Honorable mention to a couple other series. Renegades was really cool. And also The Crown Prince was pretty cool. Both of those were like more like YA, which again I like because of the lack of spice. Really cool, good books though. But let me know if there's any series that you guys think I should read, or any individual books you think I should read. I will let you know. Right now I'm reading The Inheritance Games, and I've gotten into that and I really like it. I feel like if there's any romance that's gonna happen, it's being very slow burn, and it's kind of confusing me, but I kind of like the confusion of it all. Like I'm kind of gathering that that's kind of the point. And then I also want to start reading Alchemized, because I've seen really good things about that one. And then obviously some more by Kristen Hanna and some more Emily Henry books, more of just like a couple more standalone books. So yeah, if you guys have any book recommendations, let me know and go ahead and drop those in the comments. I kind of just wanted to give you like a Blair's Guide to Books, kind of like a little bit of a backstory of like what got me into reading, what I like to read now, because I'm starting this booktube whether you like it or not. I've been really big into reading these last couple years, and I just talked to my dog about it, or my friends, or my boyfriend. I feel like recording a booktube is gonna make me somewhat productive in terms of like giving me an excuse to read books when maybe other times I wouldn't. Not that I'm not a reader, but I do find myself scrolling on TikTok from time to time when I told myself I was going to read a book. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you are interested in this content. Just kind of wanted to give a little bit of a background here, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Like I said, please drop your recommendations down below because I'm kind of running out of books that I want to read. Maybe it's time for a Barnes & Noble haul, and maybe you guys can come with me. Thanks for watching if you made it to the end. I really appreciate it, and listening to me blab about books. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.